Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. Definitely helps the channel grow. Alright, we put this deck on our priority list. I'm not gonna lie to you, for the longest, we just had this deck list sitting in purgatory. Yeah, after having a little short conversation in one of the comments of another video, it was like, let's get this Sanji going. So the ideology of the Sanji deck is realizing that you don't have to sacrifice on play effects. I think a lot of people tunnel vision, and this is a mistake that a lot of people make with leaders in general. They have this particular idea, and that's all that their minds can do, is try to excessively execute that idea. So it's like either excess ramping, it's either whatever gimmick the decks have. Like, so for this, just playing anything that is remotely good of when attacking, and just like sacrificing on play effects for the most part, that is. In other decks, I wish I could just start naming things off the top of my head, but I can't. It's like, it's one of those things you just put on the spot, you start drawing blanks. But I'm sure y'all can understand. I'm sure there's plenty of leaders and characters you understand what I'm talking about. So with this, right? With this, I'm like, hey, Red has a good sequence of 2-drops that basically can get themselves to 5k. You can give those things rush. So you can play characters with on play effects and give other things, give the 2-drops rush, making it easier for you to like execute certain combos, you know? Now, this deck has a lot of wiggle room for customization. That's another cool thing that we noticed. So essentially, you could just look for anything, make it cater to how you feel, how you vibe. But the aggression is the 2-drops. The 2-drops are great overall because it's like, think of it this way: it takes 2 Dawn to put your opponent in an uncomfortable situation. Just 2 Dawn, right? With power reduction in the deck, you have the potential to take 2 Dawn and put out a character that can remove something off the board. So 2 Dawn board removal, boom. But then your opponent has to respect these 2-drops. So therefore, they're also blockers. So many ways to look at it. Pressure on the leader, right? Like right now you see, what is that, the Imposter, Straw Hat Gang, crew, whatever. You play them, they're 5k on your turn, and they're like 1,000 on the opponent's turn. But your opponent has to respect them. They can't let you keep, oh, the Buggy gave up. It's understandable. Sometimes the pressure is just too frustrating and annoying. Anyway, when you're able to put that much onslaught of pressure, that's another thing. It tends to keep your life card safe, right? It tends to be a little difficult for the opponent to want to attack life when they constantly have to attack your board. So that's just another thing. So that another thing I have to put out there is, literally because of that, you want to manage like how many characters you're turning sideways, by the way. You really do. There's a lot of games where your life gets basically untouched. So you want to be careful with that. Just throw that out there. So yeah, there might be more on play characters that are worth using. That's something I want to articulate. That's why I feel like there's a lot of wiggle room for this deck. There's a lot of wiggle room. I love this card. Just swing for 6, and then it's your opponent's go, and they attack it because they have to, and you draw a card. Helps maintain the hand size, because that is low-key something you want to be careful about. Constantly being able to push the board means you'll be like eating up your hand. So yeah, you just got to be careful. Now, it's funny, this 2-drop Sanji can actually help by drawing your own life cards. So it can help you tap into that resource of cards sooner than later. Because it could put you in a vulnerable situation where the opponent is constantly working out your board, just bop, bop, bop. Your hand is dwindled to next to nothing. Their board is built, and they just like in one turn take 3 life and then threaten lethal next turn. You never really want to be in a game state like that. So that Sanji can help you just have access to that resource so you can keep pushing the board, keep pushing and pushing and pushing the board. The deck performed really well on its first go around. I do want to take another look at it to see what potential edits we might want to do. But honestly, overall, the deck performed really well. Really well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for how for how things are going. That is something fantastic. If that Nami can just, chuck one card, become 7k for the turn. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. So let's say you're dealing with 6k leaders, by the way. Mind you, it's still a 2-don character, but since they pumped themselves to 5, an overall 3-don investment to swing with a 6k character. So you can think of it that way. It's a 6-don, it's a 3-don, I'm sorry. It's a 3-don investment to swing with a 6k character. So you're still, for the most part, going to be able to put a lot of pressure on 6k leaders. And this format, I've been saying it for a while, is rewarding aggressive play. It's rewarding attacking. So the more aggressive and aggro-y the deck is, the better you're going to perform. In my heart, that's the reason why Bello Belly is relevant. Everybody playing high drops and losing out on counter power is just, to me, is honestly causing them to suffer and having to put up with a deck that can really push the board and constantly attack. So yeah, Sanji is good. I would not be surprised if Dragon can be played. I wouldn't be surprised if Luffy can be played. Oh, they didn't use their leader ability. That would have really helped them out if they used their leader ability. But then, yeah, we could have swung with Wappo, lowered Cavendish's power, and then swung at Cavendish. So we had options. But I'm really curious as to why the opponent didn't use their leader ability. Because they had the Dawn on them. So yeah, I don't know. Our hand size is healthy. Well, all this can do is really bounce something, and the blocker, in my opinion, is probably your best option. Because if you bounce if you bounce our Luffy, we're just gonna be able to play it again and just rush. Just waiting. All right. So we got a lot of cards in our hand. The sad part is we got a bunch of 2k counters in our hand. You never want to feel like you lose value on a card, you know what I'm saying? Oh. We wanted to keep the Sachi Penguin, I guess. Oh, it's Rayleigh. And the beautiful part is we got a Wappo on the board. Attack, lower power, increase power. Rayleigh. Yeah, that's too strong, right? So respectfully, we could have, if we let's say we had a 2-up, understandable. They got no board, and we got all those characters on the board, and we got rush as well. So essentially, we would just swing, play something, rush, and swing. So that was just too toxic. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying earlier? It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Rayleigh. So wow, they popped up too. So Rayleigh's an 8-drop. At 10 Dawn, you'll have 2 Dawn open. You can literally play Rayleigh, play a 2-drop, give that 2-drop rush, and attack either leader or one of the characters that you just lowered their power for. So yeah, that's the beauty of the 2-drops. I really think the 2-drops serve a great purpose in the deck. That 8-drop Luffy, in my opinion, is a good comeback card with this leader, of course. Banish is strong. 9k power is very relevant. And, if it's just that late in the game or whatever, let's just say things weren't really working out for you. And it's, you get to your late game state, you're swinging for 9 and it's banished. So now your opponent is not getting any of those resources. They can only lose resource. 9k power is relatively on the easier end of the spectrum to protect. So that's the beauty of it. So just play, give it rush, swing. Probably lose a life. Okay, do it again. Now they're kind of nervous because it's like, oh no, do I really want to banish another life? It's still a life card at the end of the day. I'm going to need to counter out. I don't want to be too low on life regardless if it's going straight to the trash or not. So yeah, it's like a good comeback card in my opinion. Oh, what the heck? They're playing that. How is that a good idea? They must know something I don't. I think they're probably trying to put a bunch of cards in their trash as soon as possible. Like I said, they probably know something I don't. Well, that's not too bad. We got 2 characters on the board, gave 1 rush, and then we have a triple attack play next turn. Because that 2-drop is going to be able to attack. Whatever we play is going to be able to attack. Our leader is going to be able to attack. Yeah, this amount of pressure is just obnoxious. And then you have to answer the board. You have to answer the board. Well, yeah, that's what I love about the 2-drops in this deck. And that's another thing. The ratio for 2-drops is like it's placed somewhere comfortable. You get them along with other cards. You get them along with other cards, so you can really make impactful plays. Oh, another thing I want to say is vanillas are great for this leader. Keep that in mind. Like if you thought Rush Zoro was a good card, imagine Rush Zoro with counter power. So yes, this leader helps you gain a lot of value from vanillas. So if you make a Sanji deck, I recommend 5-drop. I think 5-drop will probably do the most damage. Give that rush, let it swing for 7k, and once again, 7k is easier to protect than 5k. So you probably keep it on the board for another swing. I mean, to be honest, you can go all the way up to an 8-drop. So you could have 10k rush. And it's just like, well, 9-drop Luffy. But 9-drop Luffy is 9, Don -1, and doesn't have counter power. But an 8-drop that's 10k has counter power and is 1 less Don. So. And oh yeah, and that's another thing to look at. So a card like Sachi Penguin, well, you already know Wapple for the most part, but like Sachi Penguin, you play it, you give it rush, you swing, you minus something by 2,000. What I like to do to just make it easier is just to, whenever you see a card like that subtracts, just plus this, like, so this card gets plus 2,000, just figuratively. So off rip, it's like you're swinging for a 7k value. So it's just quick, easy math. You don't have to look at their board. You don't have to subtract. Okay, well, this minus 2k is this, and therefore, no. It'll be like, okay, he's a pseudo 7k swing. What's going on? They thinking. Well, they are at 1 life. They are at 1 life, and we've just been bullying. We've been swinging and attacking and swinging. This is toxic. But yeah. So, yeah, Sachi Penguin is like a 4-drop that swings for 7, figuratively. And then the beautiful part about that is, because it is figuratively, right? That -2 sticks on that character until that character's off the board or until you just end your turn. So if they get defended, then it's like, okay, now this attacks, now that attacks, now this attacks, now that attacks. So it's great. See, mind you, look at that. We still got 4 life. Yes, the fact that they have to give attention to the 2-drops means so much defensively. Offense literally turns to defense. It's a 2-don investment. Dose. Just 2-don investment to get a swing at the opponent and to have something that can protect you. That is obnoxious value. I promise you. That's obnoxious value. You mean to tell me I got to discard a card and then waste an attack on that thing next turn? It's toxic. Okay. I gotta look up what that Blackbeard does. Oh, you see? That's the beauty of making sure you have power reduction in a red deck. Because, you know, you can set up for good combos as well. Alongside of gaining more value off of swings. Because, you know, who needs a board removal effect when you could just punch it in the face? I wonder if Blackbeard's thinking to themselves, what is this guy about to do? He swung, he minus not my Blackbeard, but my Kuzan by 2,000. What mystery's afoot? So yeah, smart move. You probably, Banish. I thought he was gonna go to Rayleigh. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ha ha. You can't say you're not mad after that sneaky play. That play was sneaky. And there's so much value in 1-drop blockers. I think people now see more value out of 1-drop blockers. I want to throw that statement out there. I'm noticing more of them being played in general. Yeah, them things have lots of value. Easier to hit the board and blocks any attack, no matter how powerful it is. It's like, whoop. $1 investment, block a 12K swing or a 20K swing. It don't matter. All the same when you're a 1-drop blocker. You know, the only problem is counter power, which is why they always make those 1-drop blockers that have counter power with some goofy effect. That's like, this card only gets blocker if it's 12 o'clock. Like, what the heck? Yeah, I think it's a wrap, Blackbeard. We're at 4 life. We got 5 cards in hand. You have no life. Our leader gives our characters a rush. Our board is looking relatively healthy. You're putting a lot of investment on an 8-drop Luffy. It's like we technically got 3 attacks here. Keep that in mind. But then again, those would be relatively weak, right? You could do Sachi Payment swing for 5, put 3 Don, swing for 5, and then Don stack swing. I think that also works. Unless they got like a random I want to live card. Do we protect it or do we let it go? We protect it. The value's there. That's worth it. Now is he gonna Don stack and swing? And then keep in mind, let's say, you know, for whatever reason, we're going to play Rayleigh. We could pop something, lower the power of the other thing, and swing and most likely take them off the board. Four Don left. Oh, GG. GG. Okay. GG. Thanks for watching. And hey, please give us a sub. Please share. Definitely helps. I promise you it helps. You know, oh, he messed up. Po fella. Yeah, it definitely helps us out. Gets these decks out there. You know what I'm saying. And feel free to request any leader you want to see. Thank you.